A record high number of new condos are going unsold right across the GTA. But the resale condo market is hurting just as much, and that's what I'm going to focus on a lot of this video. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Rob Marsiglio, sales representative with Keller Williams Preferred Urban. As I said today, this video is a little bit different. We're going to dive into the condo numbers. If you do enjoy videos like this one that dive into the numbers pretty heavily, that's my thing. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I do something like this each week. Enough of that though, let's get into what is happening with GTA condos. First things first is this report from Build that was published at the end of February. It covers January new home sales by year and project types. You can see we have the single family up top and our condo apartments below. Single family in January bounced back a bit from last year. You can see 345 sales versus 180 in 2023. On the condo side, however, the slowest year for new construction condo sales in a January that we've seen since at least 2015. You can see well shy of the 10-year average of 967, well shy the 418 number that we hit in 2023. So that confirms that pre-construction is not doing so hot, but what is happening on the resale side of things? Look at some more traditional real estate metrics that you'd see published in Treb Market Watch. And I'm going to look at new listings entered year to date so far. So that's January 1st through March 19th. You can see that through those first 79 days of the year, actually more condo listings have hit the market in the GTA than any year prior. So from a listings perspective, new record, that doesn't necessarily mean a hot market though. It just means there's a lot of people trying to unload these condo properties. We do know that a lot of pre-construction is bought up by investors in this market. Those numbers are not making sense with where rates are at versus where rents are at right now. Some people, looks like they're clearly trying to offload some product. And while new listings hitting the market did set a record, at least going back to 2008, you can see it on the sales side, the numbers a little more underwhelming. Yes, we are up from 2023. But, if we threw out these big spikes that we saw in 2021 and 2022, we're kind of closer to average to maybe just below average to what we'd usually see to this point of the year. Now, in my last video, I got a comment on the video asking about sales numbers and why we focus on them so much. Here's the comment right here. I don't understand why you guys look at sales. That statistic on its own is meaningless. Expect to prop up the lie that housing is healthy. Housing is a complex issue, and without using external variables like household debt, credit card debt, etc., you can't get an accurate grasp of where the economy is. And this is a perfect example of that. People could make the argument, hey, the condo market is stronger in 2024. There's signs of life in the condo market because we're doing better than we did in 2023. But this next chart is going to show you that just this straight sales number is not all it's cracked up to be, and we shouldn't put too much emphasis on it. Sales reported as a percentage of new listings entered year to date is actually kind of the lowest number we've seen since 2013. Again, the only two lower years are 2013 and 2009. So while sales have picked up, it's important to put that into some context. How much new inventory is coming to market? How many sales are we seeing relative to that new inventory? Traditionally, you're looking between 40 and 60%. This SNLR, or sales to new listings ratio, is considered a balanced market. So coming in at 42.49%, we're kind of actually creeping into buyer's territory in the condo market as a whole across the GTA. Here's condos straight up again. When we add the freehold market in, that's these red bars, it does give us another indication of just how weakly condos are performing even relative to the freehold market. The freehold sales to new listings ratio across the entire GTA is kind of getting up close to 55%. Again, pretty close to the long-term average. It's probably the median going back to 2008, but condo numbers diving down below that 40% number. I even threw in a highlight here for you to show you what balanced market territory looks like. An interesting trend that we're seeing us get back to is usually through the early part of the year. Most years going back from 2008 up until 2017, 2016, let's call it, we saw more demand from this metric in the freehold market than we did see on the condo side. From 2017 to 2022, we saw that flip early in the year. You'd see a tighter condo market early in the year relative to the freehold market, but 2023 and 2024, we've kind of reversed back to that trend that we'd see prior to 2017. I want you to pause for a second right here and leave me a comment before we get to it. What do you think is the weakest condo market in the GTA? All right, now this will be a bit of a spoiler alert and might answer the question right away, but I'm showing you the different districts of Toronto, the MLS districts. CO1 and CO8 would be considered your downtown market, so that's south of Bloor, this line. Parkdale, roughly, is the western boundary, and the DVP would be the eastern boundary. And that's so important because we are going to compare the condo markets from sales reported as a percentage of new listings across the entire GTA to just that pocket specifically, that CO1, CO8 pocket. And you can see the Toronto condo market as a whole is being outperformed in terms of this metric by Durham, York, Peel, and Halton. But if you just look specifically at CO1 and CO8 or downtown, that is even weaker than Toronto as a whole. And you're solidly in buyer's market territory in the downtown core based on this metric. Now, if we back downtown out and you just compare the freehold markets to the condo markets across the board here, York region, you can see the freehold market and the condo market are roughly the same in terms of this metric. Durham, still the tightest market across both property types right now. But the disparity that you're seeing between Toronto freeholds and Toronto condos, there is still some pretty decent interest for good Toronto freehold properties. The Toronto condo market is really just struggling early in the year. If you've watched this channel before, you know a video is not complete without me at least touching on months of inventory and what is happening there. So let's take a look, similar to the exercise we just did, at what current months of inventory looks like across the Greater Toronto area from a condo perspective first, looking at each region, then looking at downtown. And it really just reaffirms the trend that we saw with SNLR. We have over 3 months of inventory in the Toronto condo market, whereas everywhere else is sub 3, 2.5 roughly, and lower in Durham, York, Peel, and Halton. But then dive into that downtown condo market, you're creeping up on almost 5 months of inventory. Now, just like sales to new listings has that upper band of 60% and lower band of 40%, which would be your technical, balanced market. When it comes to months of inventory, a balanced market is anywhere between 3 and 6, or 3 and 5, or 4 and 6, depending on the definition you use. But bottom line, you're seeing much more months of inventory downtown in that condo market relative to the rest of the city, relative to the other regions. Much more favorable market for buyers based on these metrics right now, downtown Toronto, than it is elsewhere. And once again, we'll bring the freehold market into this just to see, Toronto, the third tightest market by this metric in terms of the freehold market, but condos, you can just see the big spread there, almost twice as much condo inventory from this metric than freehold. And now we know when things get tough on the purchase side, a lot of people are funneled into the rental market. Let's just see the last slide for the video. We'll wrap up with this one, how the condo market is doing, big, broad, general GTA down to Toronto, down to the downtown core, based on, leases to new listings, leased properties to new listings, and kind of months of rental inventory. The scale of these charts might make this a little screwy and looks like the CO1 and CO8 market are super relaxed. It's not the case. Everybody is kind of firmly in that balanced and creeping up to landlord's market right across the board, even downtown at 54.03% or 1.82 months of inventory. So it's a competitive market no matter where you're looking for a condo rental right now. More competitive in kind of the GTA as a whole than it is in just Toronto as a region, than it is in just the kind of downtown pocket of Toronto. And that's true for both your leases as a percentage of new listings, as well as your current months of rental inventory. So as I said off the top, bit of a different video today. Let me know in the comments below if you liked it. And if you did, hit that like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do something like this every single week. Until we speak again next time, please stay safe and cheers.